What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Had someone send me an email, I don't remember who it was because I'm driving in the car, and asked me if I could tell an advice or some advice or a story about life after competition. Now, I don't know if they meant like right after the show, which usually is kind of a letdown for most people because you've been training and dieting and you're focusing, and all of a sudden, you know, and that one day it's over. So sometimes it can be a letdown. Usually the next day I'm already formulating a new plan for Monday or Tuesday to be back in the gym after a Saturday show, heading in whatever direction I need to be to get ready for the next show. But as of now, I no longer have any plans to compete on stage at all. The last year, 2013, that I competed, it was my goal to bring a level of conditioning that I never had before and push it as far as I could possibly go without hurting myself. Now, I did hurt myself. I had a pec tear as well as a back injury twice, including the week of the show, to where I didn't even know if I'd make it to the Delaware, and I re-hurt it again the week before, the week of the Sean Ray. I couldn't even stand up. I didn't think I'd make it. That was one of the reasons why I was pulling out of the show, was couldn't move. I couldn't, let alone pose. Somehow, you know, it eased up and I was able to get through it and go back to it. But, you know, those two injuries that now don't allow me to squat, even leg presses hurt. I found that there's another pec tear, so I have two pec tears. One's on the tendon and one's below. I can't do what I need to do to be better than I was. So I got it in my head that said, you know what, that's not my style. I'm not going on stage just to go on stage, which I've done in the past. I've said, you know what, I'm not even 80% of my best, but I gave it all I got for this. This is what it came out to be, and I went on stage. And, you know, I had good shows and I had bad shows that sometimes I progressed, sometimes I regressed. But, you know, the goal should always be to go out on top. And I feel like last year, that's what I did. I pulled the conditioning together, and there was nobody, even my naysayers, which were some of the other channels on YouTube, they actually shut up really quick when they saw my condition after making fun of me, saying, oh, he always looks like he's 8 weeks out, ha ha ha. Well, they shut the fuck up really fast. So now, I was saying, you know what, I don't really think I'm going to compete anymore. I have a big clientele list that I enjoy bringing them into shows and traveling and stuff, and doing the different things that we're doing for the channel now, and still involved in bodybuilding very heavily. But it didn't really dawn on me until this past weekend at the Gladiator, the Baltimore Gladiator Classic, which is where we did the video with Phil Heath. It was put on by Rich Siegelman and Remy. I can't remember Remy's last name, sorry Remy. But I sat in the audience for the first time watching those guys on stage and those girls on stage. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I didn't get pumped up. I didn't get excited. I wasn't like, yeah, I can't wait to do a show. I wasn't listening to their songs saying, wow, when I do my song, I'm going to do this. Like, I can't wait to get in front of people on stage. I can't wait to get it all done. I just didn't give a fuck. There was no emotion whatsoever about it. I mean, I enjoyed the show for the first time as just a spectator and not nipping at the bud to try to get ready for my next show. And I just watched it. And then I realized, I'm like, I don't have that passion anymore for it at this time. I mean, who knows if it'll show up in the future after a long layoff or whatever, who the fuck knows. But right now I have no desire to get back on that stage, no desire to put myself through the trials and tribulations of what contest prep really is, no desire to train through my injuries at all costs, whether it costs me full range of motion for the rest of my life just to get to the show and prove to the point that, you know, I can be better. And who would I be proving it to? Myself. I've already proven everything to myself over and over again. Last year, not only the multiple injuries, but my dad being diagnosed with cancer, not knowing whether he's going to live. I mean, mentally, it was a fucking beating. Physically, it was a fucking beating. Like, I don't know how much more could possibly come at one person at one time like that and still get to the stage in their best ever shape. So I kind of stepped back and said, you know what? There's things holding me back now. What do I do? You know, do I continue to train hard? Do I continue to you know, strive to be better? I said, you know what? I'm happy with where I am right now, my physique. I'm not shredded. I'm not huge. I'm about 235, 240 pounds. My arms are just under the 20-inch mark, which, you know, I've always had big arms, but I've always liked big arms. My legs have lost 0 size. I was just showing Kari this morning, 0 size, not squatting using the occlusion training. You know, what do I really have left to prove? You know, so if I'm happy and I'm enjoying myself and I like training still, I enjoy training, I'm going to go to the gym and enjoy myself for the first time in I don't know how many years without any pressure of a show, improving. I can just maintain now, which maintaining, don't get me wrong, still takes work. That's not the same as trying to improve in a short period of time for your next show so that you can be better. So, you know, life after competition, it's just starting for me. I'm just learning how to cope with it now. It's a day-to-day thing. It's, you know, constantly evolving in what I'm going to do. Like today, I only have 30 minutes. I have 25 minutes to get my back and chest workout in today, because I have to work at the gym. But what I'm going to do is actually just probably do chest. I'll just do chest today. Why? Because I don't have a show coming up. Doesn't fucking matter. And then Friday, which would usually be my second shoulder and arm workout, I'll do back. Throw a little shoulders in there. Throw a little biceps. Not a little, but I'll do the same workout I normally would with shoulders and arms. But I'll do it after back. You know why? Because I don't have a show. It doesn't matter. The pressure's not there. I don't have to deal with the bullshit of improving and stuff like I said. But at the same time, it's a good feeling. I'm driving in circles in the parking lot because I'm looking for a parking space. It's busy as shit here, even on a snow day. You know, I can just enjoy myself now and live through the others that are on stage, the people that I train, people that I know. I mean, it doesn't even have to be somebody I train. I mean, you know, people that I know that are on stage. There was a friend of ours, Crystal Archer, who was trained by my buddy Byron, who I trained for the Jay Cutler last year for physique. He trained her for this show. Kari worked with her for her posing, and you know, I had nothing to do with her prep whatsoever, but I was just as nervous when she went on stage as Byron and Kari together, because, you know, you're living through friends too. It was her first show. It was pretty awesome. So my advice is, if you're going to do the life after competing thing, and, well, if you're just going to stop competing and you're trying to figure out what to do, stay involved. Stay involved in the industry. Stay involved. Do the things that you enjoy. Maybe pick up another hobby, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, fucking checkers. I don't know. Find another hobby that you can be competitive at. But just be okay with it yourself. Be okay with the fact that, you know what, I've had my time is done. It's been 20 fucking years that I've been competing. At some point, you're going to step away, or you're just going to hurt yourself, or, you know, at the very least, make yourself look like an ass because you won't be able to do what you did when you were younger, and you're always going to be judged against what you were before, not about what you brought now. So, you know, I think it's just time to step away, and I'm sure there'll be times where it's hard, but right now it's not. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight, because it's over. www.bios3training.com is a blog, and we're the Moving On Bicep, and we're out.
ExtremeLiving.biz would like to announce that we are bringing Jerry Ward of Bios3 Training and Jason English of Big J's Extreme Fitness to our booth at the 2014 Blue Ridge Fitness Festival, where Mark the Machine Lowbliner will hold the ANBF Natural Bodybuilding Show. More information can be found at ExtremeLiving.biz. See you there.